everyone, ready to tackle something kind of cool. We're diving into ultrasound-assisted liposuction, UAL for short, using what we found on HealR.co.ic.
Oh yeah, UAL.
It's all about using sound waves to basically melt away fat before you even take it out.
Interesting approach, right? I mean, think about it. Traditional liposuction is all about physically removing fat.
Yeah.
But UAL uses ultrasonic energy. Breaks it down first.
So it's kind of like a hot knife through butter.
Exactly. Much smoother process.
But, okay, walk me through this ultrasonic magic. How does it actually, work?
So picture this. They inject a special solution into the area. Then a probe. This probe delivers ultrasonic waves.
Oh, wow.
Makes the fat cells vibrate, and basically they liquefy.
They just melt away.
Melt it away, and then they gently suction them out.
No kidding. HealR.co.in talks about some pretty amazing benefits with this. Enhanced precision, faster recovery, even better skin tightening.
Oh, absolutely. Since UAL is so focused on those fat cells, there's less damage around it to the tissues. Leads to a smoother result, and of course, faster healing.
Makes sense. So we're talking smoother results, happier patients, right?
Yeah, I'd say so. That precision really makes a difference.
Now, I'm guessing not everyone's the perfect candidate for this. What does HealR.co.in say about who this is actually good for?
Well, ideally, you're within about 30% of your ideal weight. You maintain a pretty stable weight, and your skin has good elasticity,
Snap back.
Yeah, that snapback. That's really important for a smooth look after the fat's gone. Good overall health, of course, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing, realistic expectations about what UAL can and can't do.
Right. It's not like waving a magic wand for weight loss.
Exactly.
It's more about sculpting those stubborn areas that just won't budge with diet and exercise.
That's the target.
So how does UAL compare to other types of liposuction? How does it stack up?
Well, UAL, it's often the preferred choice because of its precision and how it tightens the skin.
Okay.
But of course, there are other options like laser-assisted liposuction, which uses laser energy. And then there's power-assisted, which uses a vibrating cannula, breaks up the fat that way.
So it's like different tools for the job.
Yeah, you can say that.
Each one has its own pros and cons.
Exactly. And the best choice really comes down to what the individual needs and what the surgeon recommends.
Speaking of surgeons, HealR.co.in really emphasizes finding a qualified, experienced surgeon. That's key. They also talk about side effects, swelling, bruising, numbness.
Yeah.
Usually temporary, though, right?
Yeah, typically. But it's surgery. There are always risks, right?
Of course.
It's crucial to have that open conversation with your surgeon, about any potential risks. Transparency is super important. And, of course, realistic expectations.
For sure. Okay, so let's talk about what happens after the procedure. What's recovery like? What should people expect?
Well, according to HealR.co.in, take it easy those first few days, definitely. Some swelling, bruising, maybe some discomfort, that's to be expected.
Sure.
But the good news is most people say it's less painful than traditional liposuction. You'll also be wearing those compression garments. Helps with swelling, supports the treated area.
Okay, so like a little timeout for the body.
Yeah, exactly. Time to heal.
How long so you can get back to normal activities, like back to work, back to the gym, all that?
Most people can handle desk jobs within a week.
Oh, that's not bad.
More strenuous stuff, though, might have to wait a few weeks.
Makes sense.
And, of course, following those post-op instructions from your surgeon is really, really important.
Yeah, listen to your body and your doctor, right?
Exactly.
Okay, but let's talk results. When does the magic really start happening? When do people see those changes?
You'll start noticing things within a few weeks as that swelling goes down.
Okay.
Most of it's gone within 2 to 3 months, and you'll see more of those final results then.
Right.
But keep in mind, full results, that takes about 6 months or even more. Your skin's still adjusting.
So patience is key.
Absolutely.
And of course, keeping those healthy habits is important for long-term results.
I think all plays a role.
Okay, but let's be real. Cost is a big factor for anything like this. What can someone expect to pay for UAL in Mumbai? What are we talking about?
Well, HealR.co.in is upfront about costs varying. It depends on the area being treated, the surgeon's experience, all those factors.
Makes sense.
But they do stress that they offer competitive pricing and they have financing options. They want to make it accessible.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's an investment in yourself, right?
It is.
So it's good to know there are options. Now, before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I'm really curious to hear from some real people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, people who've actually had UAL.
Right.
HealR.co.in has some amazing patient testimonials.
Oh, they do.
Really brings the whole experience to life.
It does. We'll get into those stories when we come back.
Yes. And we'll answer some more common questions about UL, so stay with us. Welcome back. We were just talking about those patient testimonials on HealR.co.in.
Oh, yeah, those are great.
I'm always so curious to hear, what the actual experience is like.
I think these stories really show how powerful this procedure can be.
Yeah.
There's this one woman, she struggled for years with that stubborn fat, on her abdomen.
Oh, yeah.
She said UAL finally gave her that smooth, toned look she always wanted.
That's amazing, isn't it? Like how a few targeted changes can really boost someone's confidence.
Absolutely.
There was also a testimonial from a guy who had UAL on his chest.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he'd been self-conscious about it for years. And afterwards, he said he finally felt comfortable, going shirtless and all that.
It's a good reminder that UAL isn't just for women.
Right, exactly.
Men are looking for body contouring too.
Yeah.
And UAL can be really effective for areas like the chest, the abdomen, those love handles.
It's all about feeling good in your own skin, right?
Yeah.
So I bet our listeners have a ton of questions about UAL practical stuff,
Sure.
So let's tackle some of the most common ones using what HealR.co.in tells us.
Sounds good.
Okay, first up, the big one, safety. Is UAL actually safe?
Well, HealR.co.in is very clear that safety is their top priority.
Okay, good.
They say UAL is generally safer than traditional liposuction, because it's less traumatic for the tissues.
Right.
Less risk of complications, smoother and faster recovery.
That makes sense. But what about pain? How much discomfort are we talking about during and after?
Well, you won't feel anything during the procedure because you're under anesthesia.
Okay, that's good.
As for recovery, HealR.co.in says it's usually pretty mild. You can manage it with medication.
Okay.
And a lot of patients even say it's less painful than traditional lipo.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next question. Are the results permanent? Like, do those fat cells ever come back?
So here's the thing. UAL gets rid of those fat cells for good.
Okay.
They're gone from the treated areas.
Gone.
Gone.
I like that.
But the other fat cells can still grow if you gain weight.
Right.
That's why HealR.co.in really stresses maintaining a stable weight afterwards.
To keep those results, right?
Exactly. It's about keeping things in check.
So it's like you invest in this beautiful piece of art, you want to take care of it.
That's a great analogy.
But what if someone does gain weight after the procedure? What happens then?
Well, if it's significant weight gain, it could affect the overall look.
Yeah.
The treated areas might still be proportionally smaller.
Right.
But those remaining fat cells, they can still get bigger.
Got it.
It all goes back to a healthy lifestyle. That's key for the long haul.
Makes sense. Okay, practical question. How soon after UAL can you go back to work? Like normal activities and all that?
HealR.co.in gives some general guidelines. Desk job, probably back within a week.
Okay, that's not bad.
But anything physically demanding,
Yeah.
you might need a few weeks off.
Makes sense.
They really personalize those post-op instructions.
To get you back on track.
Exactly.
Okay. Are there specific risks with UAL? Anything people should be aware of?
HealR.co.in acknowledges that like any medical procedure, there are some risks.
Of course.
Temporary numbness, bruising, swelling.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
That's normal.
Okay.
But serious complications, those are rare.
Good.
Especially with a skilled surgeon.
Right. Choosing the right surgeon is key.
Absolutely.
Okay. Last question before we move on. Can UAL help with loose skin?
That's a popular one?
Yeah.
UAL does tighten the skin somewhat,
Mm-hmm.
especially compared to traditional lipo.
Okay.
But it might not be enough if there's a lot of loose skin.
Right.
HealR.co.in suggests that for those cases,
Yeah.
you might need additional procedures.
Okay, so it's not a one-size-fits-all.
Not at all.
Got it. Everyone's different.
Exactly. Different needs, different goals.
Well, we've covered a lot today. How UAL works, who it's for, recovery, even answered some common questions.
It's been a fascinating look at this procedure.
It has.
But maybe we can zoom out a bit now.
Oh, yeah. Good idea.
Think about the bigger picture of body contouring, those aesthetic goals.
I like that. Coming up after the break. Welcome back, everyone. So we've been really digging into this ultrasound-assisted liposuction.
Yeah, we have.
But now let's kind of zoom out, look at the whole picture of body contouring.
Right, the bigger picture.
We've talked about how UAL can sculpt the body, maybe less downtime than the old ways, but it makes you think about how we see our bodies, what we want to change.
It really does.
Like UAL is a tool, right? How we use it is up to us.
That's a good way to put it.
What are your thoughts on that as an expert?
Well, it's interesting because UAL is part of this trend,
Yeah.
in aesthetics, moving towards things that are less invasive, faster recovery.
Right. People want results, but they don't want to be out of commission forever.
Exactly. People are busy.
They are.
They want to look and feel good, but minimizing risks, downtime, that's huge.
It's about enhancing, not like completely overhauling.
I agree.
UAL seems to fit right in, right?
Refining certain areas without major surgery.
Exactly. It's targeted, personalized,
Yeah.
addressing what bothers you, not trying to change everything.
We talked about choosing the right surgeon, realistic expectations, but there's also this whole conversation about body image, societal pressures, What are your thoughts on all that?
Well, any aesthetic procedure, you got to approach it with a healthy mindset.
For sure.
It should be about you, feeling good in your own skin, not chasing some ideal that someone else put on you.
Right.
It's easy to get caught up in what we should look like, but real beauty, it comes from within.
I love that. So where do you see body contouring going? In the future, I mean.
I think we're going to see even more non-invasive or minimally invasive technologies.
Wow.
More personalized, maybe even combining different techniques for the best results with the least disruption.
So it's like technology catching up with what we want,
Yeah.
Results that look natural and treating our bodies well in the process.
Exactly. Working with your body, not against it.
Right.
Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive on ultrasound-assisted liposuction.
Wow, we covered a lot.
We did. The science, how it works, the good, the bad, even the bigger picture stuff.
Hopefully everyone listening has a better sense of UAL now, what it can do.
If you're thinking about it, do your research, find a great surgeon, and really be honest with yourself about what you want, what you expect.
And remember, feeling confident and comfortable in your own skin, that's what matters most.
Whether you go for UAL or embrace what you've got naturally.
That's the key.
So here's something to think about. If you could sculpt your body with sound waves, what would you change? It's a question to ponder on your journey, of self-discovery and body positivity.
I like that.
For more on UAL and other body contouring options, check out HealR.co.in.
They've got a ton of info and a great team to help you figure out your goals.
And that's a wrap on this deep dive. Stay curious, stay informed, and keep exploring the world around you.